Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing tower readings. The thing is, people are afraid of the tower card, but the tower always needs to come down. That's what the tower is. It's one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card in the tarot, is the tower card, because it means something that was unsustainable is collapsing. So we have 4 options for tower cards from 4 different decks. We have the tower from the Dragon Tarot. We have the Blasted Oak, which is the tower from the Wildwood Tarot. We have the tower card from the Dreamer's Journal Tarot. And we have the tower card from the Tarot of the Magical Forest. So, what is falling from that? There's a piggy, and I think that's a rabbit, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so, so tower readings. So all of these are going to be, each one of them is going to be about a tower that is collapsing in your life that needs to come down so that you can start rebuilding in a better way. So that is what it's going to be. So feel into these cards. One of these has an applicable reading for you about something in your life that is unsustainable, that is currently collapsing and probably causing you a lot of stress. This reading, which is going to be with the willow runes, is going to be about that, but also helping you move forward from that, because if you're like me, calamity happens and you freeze, which is not good for anybody. So it's good to know and to be comforted that there is always a way forward. So which of these has a message for you about your tower moment that is in progress? Feel into the cards. I will put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, tower card number 1, the tower card from the Dragon Tarot. So let me move this over here, and we're going to build with the willow runes right here, the reading about your particular tower moment that is currently in progress. So let's see what we get for that. Just putting these down for now. Okay. So your central issue here is represented by the blank rune, which is, it's basically, this was really a labor of love it started as a labor of love, and it sort of was a passion thing. We have Lagus, which is the rune of the lake and water, so it's emotion, intuition, and heart. Something really passionate that was going on, and you were sort of led by your passion through this, but you realize at this point that there was nothing there. So all of this passion that you had leading up, and you find yourself looking at, like, what is there? Like, what is this? There's like nothing. There's nothing. It's blank. It's like, yeah. So that's a bit difficult. So all of this that you built up with, and you get there, and it's like, you know what? I thought this was going to be a lot more than what I thought than what it actually turned out to be. And it's actually, what do we even have here? It's certainly not what was worth all of the passion that got you there. I'm actually going to throw down a couple more just to round this out. So what is going to help you in this moment is accept the revelation, accept this illumination that you're having right now of, man, I did all this. It was really great. It pushed me right to this point, and now I'm like, this is not sustainable. It's not. There's no substance, and it's not really. I mean, I guess it was worth my time to get there and to learn this, but basically, the revelation, the illumination of this. This is what's going to help you. And through this illumination is going to come back a lot of the energy that you feel like you lost in charging towards this. So we have Sovila, which is the sun, and that's your source energy. That's what's going to be flowing in through the acceptance of this realization and revelation and illumination. So it's like the sun is shining in. It's the breaking of the day. Suddenly you realize that what you've been chasing isn't anything. So all of this that you've built up, it's not going to be sustainable. It's something that was unwieldy to begin with, and now it's actually, there's nothing holding it up. So what isn't going to help you is Oh man. So this was your driving thing for a while. Like this was like a big thing that was driving you forward. It was like a huge focus. And you feel like there's still going to be part of you feeling like, well, what if I just, there's going to be like bargaining happening. So we have Nauthiz, which is the Rune of Need, and Kaunaz, which is the Rune of, it's the Rune of Opening and Expansion, but it is reversed and it's on the lowest line. It's the torch, it's the fire, something that starts small as an ember and blows into a blaze, but in this case, it's reversed, so it's sort of a honing of focus, and you feel like if you could just, it's like, okay, maybe this is a big nothing, but maybe there's something in the nothing that I can make bigger and sort of inhabit, and maybe if I just do this or that, maybe you're sort of bargaining with this, what you were chasing, which actually turned out to be nothing. So this is going to drag you down, because the important thing right now is, now that you know, you can't unknow what you now know. So it's, you really, the best thing is to move forward with the knowledge and accept the revelation that you're having. So your next step is going to be being patient. You're going to be patient with yourself, you're going to be patient with others, and you're just basically, you want to move forward step by step, take it step by step, moving away from this that you were doing. Maybe you're, kind of embarrassed, obviously, about what you were doing. Even if nobody knew about it but you, it's kind of like the chagrin. So, but you're sort of like, okay, let's back away slowly from this, or move forward slowly from this. Step by step, take it day by day, step by step. What's going to help you is tend your inner needs, tend your inner responsibilities. We have, Ivaz, Rune of the Yew Tree, it's patience, slow growth, slow development. What is going to help you is Tivaz's rune. Oh, it's Tivaz, it's Tyr's rune. Tyr's the warrior god, but he really, more than driving forward into war, he has to do with tending duties and responsibilities. And reversed on the upper line, this means inner. So just basically, you just want to tend your inner needs and your responsibility to yourself, and that's going to help you move slowly forward away from this mad moment in the woods that you had leading up until this realization that there was nothing there. What isn't going to help is you feel like you invested so much time and energy into this, and like, what do you have to show for it? You feel like you were owed something. You feel like that there was something that you should have gotten from this. It's like the people who gamble and they say, I've gambled for hours and hours and hours, or days and days. I'm owed something. The universe owes me for that. It's like, no, it doesn't. So unfortunately, again, just like your bargaining was like it was sort of dragging you down and not letting you move forward, so too is this feeling that it's not fair. You are owed some harvest from this. This is the harvest rune. You are owed something for all the time you invested. It's like, please just let that go. Right now, you know the truth. It's been revealed to you. It was inarguable. And it's like, okay, now I know, I'm going to move forward. And so you're moving forward. What's going to help you is tend your own inner needs and your own inner responsibilities. Your outcome on this, or at least the next step on the path line, is that you're going to be a lot more careful in the new future that you construct. We have Ingvaz, which is the rune of Ing, another name for Frey, who's the fertility god. And this has to do with active creation. So you're going to be much less likely to chase after phantom butterflies in the future. You're going to be very much active in creating what's around you and what your pursuits are. It's going to be a much more creative thing for you. You're going to be working with the world and making sure that you have materials to work with, instead of just chasing after something that ends up not being there. And that is a much healthier way of going forward from this tower moment that you're having right now. So that, Dragon Tarot Tower people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Blasted Oak Tower card people. So I'm going to move this over here. This is the equivalent of the Tower card from the Wildwood Tarot. As you can see, the guy who's fallen out of the tree, and I don't know why he was in the tree to begin with, and I don't know why he was in the tree naked to begin with. We won't go there, but we're going to basically use the willow runes and find out what your situation was and what led up to the tower fall and how you can move forward from there. So I'm actually going to start by laying out the upper and lower from the upper and lower. Back in the day, I used to call that the Uber Nether runes, but now there's like a company called Uber, and anytime I say Uber, people think of that. So I can't call it that anymore, alas. Okay, so your central issue is there has been a great revelation for you. There's been like, this is out of the screenshot. Okay, let me pull this down a bit. You have had a big realization recently that has basically caused your tower moment. There's been some sort of breaking of the dawn where there's been illumination on your situation, and you realize that it's not sustainable, you can't move forward with it, it's not what you thought it was, or maybe it's just like, no, you know what, now that I know the truth, I can't proceed with this. It's all sort of collapsing around me. So we have Hagelas, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. It's the dawn. It's illumination, revelations, revealing something that just basically illuminating everything so that you can see. And now that this has happened, you realize this is collapsing basically. What led up to this is we have Berkana, which is it's the rune of the birch tree, but it has to do with beginnings and birth. In the younger Futhark, it has to do also possibly with lies. So, it's the lies that buy us time. So there may be an element of that, but mostly I'm seeing there was something that you were beginning and that was like an exciting new beginning, that you were working on, something had begun, but once you got to the point where you are now, suddenly there's been a big revelation to you, like a big illumination of the situation, and you're like, this is not sustainable. I know we worked on this and it was a good beginning and it felt like a really good beginning, but now that I see what I see, we can't unsee it. And the tower is basically collapsing. So what's going to help you at this point? We have Kaunas and Thurizaz reversed. So Kaunas is the rune of the fire. It's the torch. So it's something that starts small like an ember and expands. You are realizing that basically this is what you've just realized from the illumination. It's only going to get worse from here. And beyond that, it's the realization that it's not something that's fixable. This is Thurizaz, it's the rune of the challenge. It's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It is reversed and it's on the highest upper line, which basically it's an impossible challenge. I might even read this as an impossible challenge just inwardly for you. You can't even, like, for you inwardly, it's not even something that you can justify. But just reading it outwardly, it's like realizing that it's just going to get worse. What you've realized that makes it unsustainable, and that it's basically an impossible challenge. So just to accept that it's not something that you can fix. What is going to drag you down and what isn't going to help in this moment is you're going to feel like, well, if I drop everything, I can fix it. It's something, yes, it's an emergency right now, and I can fix it, and I'm strong enough, which you are strong for sure. So here's the reasoning here. We have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the Rune of Need. When it's reversed, it's like extreme need. So like when it's regular upright, it's like, okay, things to do, things I have to do. When it's reversed, it's an emergency. Drop everything, fix this. And we have Uruz, which is the Rune of the Wild Ox. So there's like a pride element here where you feel like, I'm strong, I should be able to fix this, I should be able to handle this, and I would feel less strong if I don't even try, and let me just drop everything and try to fix this. So there is going to be a temptation to do that, but that's just really going to drag you down at this point. This is unsustainable, it is collapsing. Recognize that yes, this has happened, and maybe this that you noticed is fixable, but it's just going to get worse from here. Like this is just the tip of the iceberg, and what you're going to encounter is just going to end up being an impossible task. So just to accept that, have that realization, let the illumination just really sink in, and just like go, okay, you know what? It was a good idea. We had a good beginning, but this is not sustainable. This is collapsing around me. Whatever I do, even if I fix what we just noticed, everything in front of that is even more impossible. So I'm just going to move forward. Your next step is we have Hagelas, which is the rune of the hailstorm. And this has to do with chaos and natural forces and natural energies and basically just this wild, uncontrollable time. So there may be some damage control that you're going to have to just ride out not even damage control. There may be out like consequences or fallout. Fallout was the word I was thinking of from this. And unfortunately, you're just going to have to ride this out. That what has been revealed, there is probably going to be, and it's out of your control as well. So it's just basically, again, it's like a storm that you're just going to have to ride out. But it's better to do that than be like constantly stressed and trying to fix things, because it's not fixable and it is collapsing. So just like you're going to have to let it collapse, and that's going to feel pretty crazy. So what is going to help you in that moment, which is the next step moment? We have the blank rune. So the blank rune is just sort of like to take it in a very Zen way, just sort of like whatever your version of the divine is, connect with that. Let things happen. Just see what is. Just be. Just be as Zen as possible about it. It's like, this is nature. Naturally, this is collapsing. I'm just going to ride this out. We're going to honor it, acknowledge it, but let it happen, because it's nature, and we just have to be, we just have to be with that. What isn't going to help, again, we have Ingvaz, which is the rune of Ing. Ing's another name for Frey. Frey's the fertility god. It has to do with active creation. You are still feeling like maybe even now I can fix it, or you're going to try to be like, this is collapsing, maybe I can hold it up if I do this and this and this. It's like active creation. So you're going to be like very tempted to try to stop it, but all you're going to be doing is slowing the inevitable process of it collapsing, which it needs to do. So bring yourself back up to being very Zen about it, letting things happen. And what this is going to lead to is all of this is going to nourish the ground for new harvests for the future. So once this is over, you're going to have a very fertile ground that you're going to be dealing with. We have the rune of the harvest. So you're going to actually, first of all, you're going to have something you learned from this, which is great. That's a big harvest. Second of all, you see like this whole new season in front of you of like, okay, I have time, I have fertile ground, everything that I had of like exciting creative energy from before, I still have that. I'm still creative, darn it, and I can still use my creativity to make things. And it's like a season of hope. It's like hope in the future of growth that you can start happening. So that card number 2, Tower card number 2, people, the Blasted Oak from the Wildwood Tarot, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Tower card number 3, people, with the card from the Dreamer's Journal Tarot. I'm just fixing my leaves. So I'm going to move that over here, and we're going to build from here with the willow runes, and let's see what your tower is about. Let's see what's collapsing right now for you. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, let's see. I'm going to actually throw down all the runes at once because I've been doing that and it's better. So let's make sure we have room for the runes. Room for the runes. It's very exciting. Little blocks, they're like little blocks. Happy little blocks. So let's get this all out. Alrighty, and what's our last rune? There we go. Okay, so Dreamer's Journal Tarot Tower people. Right now, you're in a situation where you have to take care of yourself. Okay, so you've been trying to ride things out. Sorry, this is Tivaz, it's Tyr's rune, it's the rune of the warrior god, and he has to do with duties and responsibilities more than war. So basically, but it is reversed and it's in your central issue. So what I'm going to say is right now, you've been putting this off, and there's been you've just like been letting nature happen. It's Hagelas, the rune of the hailstorm, so it's natural forces, natural energies. But you've just sort of been letting nature happen. But right now, things are on fire, and you need to take care of yourself. So maybe you were doing this to take care of other people. Maybe this was something that you were just, you were working. You were doing things. You were really, really busy. you thought that you were doing the honorable thing by just, self-sacrifice and just like not bothering with yourself while you do all these other things for other people. But it has come to the point where it's collapsing. The tower that you built of that is basically collapsing because you haven't been paying attention to taking care of your needs. So that's a big problem. And so because of that, everything is collapsing around you. Things are on fire. You can no longer sit like the dog in the cartoon and go, this is fine. This is something that you need to address right now. Things are collapsing around you. So nature has gotten to you let nature happen, and nature has gotten to the point where it's stopping you, and things are collapsing. You need to take care of yourself and take care of your own inner duties and inner responsibilities to yourself. What is going to help you with this is, we have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the Rune of Need. It's always about tending your needs, but when it's reversed, it's drop everything and tend your needs. This is an emergency, and it is. Right now, you need to drop everything. Just drop it. Drop it and take care of yourself. And what this is going to allow for is finally you're going to get the time that you need, and you're going to start to get your own harvest coming up, which is going to nourish you and give you profitability and richness in your life, basically. But it's basically, that's not going to happen until you stop what you're doing, which isn't tending you, and tend the emergencies of your needs right now. So Zira, it's the harvest. It's also a reminder that this is not going to be permanent. I know you probably don't feel like maybe you don't feel like you're worth to take care of as much as everybody else around you, but you are. But if that's the case, just remind yourselves, like, this is a temporary thing. I just need to take a little bit of time, tend my own needs so that I'm putting my own oxygen mask on before I assist another, and basically helping it. So if I haven't been taking care of myself, I can't take care of others. So I need to take care of myself sometimes so that I can have that to take care of other people. So that's what's going to help you in this moment as the tower is collapsing. What isn't going to help you is you're going to feel like overwhelmed, and you're going to feel like your options have narrowed. It's like you've lost all your choices but one, which is to take care of yourself at this point. And that's going to really drag you down, because it's almost like that character in that film who just was helping everybody and never helped herself. So it's just like you have to. We have Dagas, which is the breaking of the day. It's the illumination, revelation, and also we have Kaunas reversed. Kaunas is the rune of expansion, but reversed, it's a honing. So it's like you are feeling dragged down because suddenly this has overwhelmed you and you don't have any choice, and this is making you frantic. But if you basically just tend that, if you basically turn around and go, okay, well, if this is my only choice, this is my only choice. I'm taking this time, I'm going to take care of myself and get myself, do my duty by myself to help me. So that's what you have to do at this point. And that's what's going to help you the most. Your next step is, we need a time of stillness. You need a winter, even though we're coming into summer in my hemisphere, but basically you need a personal time of stillness. We have Isa, this is the ice rune. So this has to do with stillness. Through stillness comes clarity. So you need to take some time of stillness. So say the runes, you're going to have like a step of that where it's just going to be stillness. Even if it's just wall staring time, like it's something that you need because you've been go and neglecting yourself. What is going to help you is patience. Be patient with yourself. Take it step by step. We have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. It has to do with patience, slow development, slow growth. So be patient with yourself. This is, as this shows, this is just going to be a temporary thing, but you need to do it so that you can get your energy back and get your health back. So this is your time of stillness. Be patient with yourself. Take it step by step. What isn't going to help is you are going to be really, really pushing. Okay, two things. We have Berkana, which is the rune of birth and the birch tree. It also has to do with yin identity. So there is an element of identity here that you feel like, but this isn't me. I'm go. I'm help everybody. I have to do this all the time. This is against my identity of this. So that's going to worry you, but also you're going to feel like, okay, I'm done. Time to go back to work. No, it isn't. You still have to take this time of stillness and be patient. You can't push this river. So what is going to be the outcome of this? It's really, again, this is not a long thing. This is a temporary thing, but you need to do this. But if you take this step, like if right now you go, okay, you know what, I have to tend my own duties and responsibilities to myself, and then you take this moment of stillness in which you're being patient with yourself, in which you're taking it step by step, after that, and it won't be very long, you're going to be much more solid and much more good with yourself. We have Othala, which is the rune of the home and the homeland. It's like solace, sanctuary. It's basically some groundedness of, you have your own home state of being, where you're going to feel from this now that I'm healthier and that I'm stronger and that I'm more grounded. From this, I can help people better than I was helping them before. So that, Dreamer's Journal Tarot Tower people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Tower card number 4. So this is the Tower card from the Tarot of the Magical Forest, with little animals falling out. Anyway, so this is your Tower card. So let's see what this is about. I'm going to be drawing runes from the Willow runes. Okay, let's see what we have. Alrighty. So I'm going to throw all of the runes down in this set. Oh, interesting. That's cool. That's been in a couple. That's been in actually a couple, but it's also been in exactly that position in the last reading, I think, which was kind of neat. So let's see what we got. I'm going to tighten these up because I know this goes out of the shot. So if I don't do that. Alrighty. Yes. Interesting. Alrighty. Whee! Okay, so your central issue is Algiz reversed. Algiz is the rune of protection and support. It's the elk, which we in North America call a moose. It is reversed and it's in your central issue. So right now, you're in a situation where what is collapsing is, see, what led up to this is that you've been very, very patient. You've been very, very patient up until this point, but now you feel like you're not getting any support and you need to take that into your own hands and support yourself. You know, it's like, you know, it's important to have people that you can count on for support. However, you're not anybody's full-time job, and there are things that where you need to be doing this for yourself. You need to be the one supporting yourself, and it looks like there are things that maybe you were maybe letting people support you where it was yours to be supportive for yourself. Maybe. Possibly not. Basically, maybe you were looking for, you were waiting for somebody else to do something for you, and this sort of waiting was what built the tower up. You were waiting and you're waiting and waiting, and like Rapunzel, the book one, the fairy tale one, just in there waiting. And basically it's come to the point where that's no longer sustainable. Your life is going by, and you need to do this. You need to support yourself. You need to become your own protector and supporter. So first thing that's going to help you is, and this is Ivaz, which is the root of the yew tree, patience and slow development, slow growth. So patient. You waited and waited and waited. Nobody's coming, so it's up to you. It's like, it's up to me. So number one, the first thing that needs to be done is there's an emergency that needs to be tended right away. Like, first of all, there's something right away that needs to be tended. You know exactly what it or they are. One or more emergencies that need to be tended first of all. And your first act as your own sovereign is going to be, I'm going to take care of this. So we have now these reversed. Now these is the Rune of Need. It always has to do with tending your needs, but when it's reversed like it is, it means drop everything and tend your needs. So you are going to be doing that. What is going to be behind that is this surge of confidence, because you know, like nobody else knows. You can't wait for other people to know what you need, because you know what you need. And, you know, it's very nice to have that fairy tale idea that somebody outside of you knows exactly what you need and is going to take care of you. But that's never been the case. Like, even when it was situations where there was somebody taking care of you, they didn't know your deep inner needs. They only knew the outer of what needed to be tended. So, like, if you were in a hospital, for example, well, they would keep you alive, they would keep you breathing, but they weren't handling your existential dread. So, so you know what you need inwardly, and you have this surge of confidence which is coming through this. Like, as you move to tend these emergencies that are for you, your inner emergencies as well as your outer, you're going to be like, no, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. Here, look, it's me doing this. So that's what's going to help you in this moment where the tower is starting to collapse of, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm just going to do what I need. What isn't going to help is it kind of breaks your heart, because it's sort of like we have Lagu's reversed and we have the harvest rune. So part of you deep down felt like, if I wait long enough, this is going to come to me. Someday my prince will come. That kind of thing. And so it kind of breaks your heart that that's a dream that you have to let go of, but you're going to be your own prince. If that's what you want. It's like, but anyway, that's the kind of thing. So that could drag you down because it's something you've waited so long and you wished so hard, but it turns out you're going to be the answer to your wish. And here you are being the answer to your wish in this moment as the tower collapses of, yeah, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm doing this myself. And the confidence that you're going to get from this is going to be fantastic. So your next step on the path line for this is, once you've done that, once you've tended your needs, like your immediate emergency needs, you're going to feel like, all right, what else can I do? Because we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing's another name for Frey. Frey's the fertility god. And it's going to be like, okay, now that I know I can do this, and these were the worst ones, the ones that were the emergencies, what else can I do? So that's where you're going to be at, even just a single step from now. After the tower starts to collapse, you're going to be like, okay, what else can I do? And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your life and you're going to go, okay, what is here that doesn't need to be here? We have Othala reversed. Othala reversed is all about letting go what no longer serves you, and it's also about finding a home within yourself. So creating a home space within, so that wherever you go, you're at home. Mostly though, what I'm seeing here is looking around and going, I'm letting go of everything that's here that doesn't serve me. Because there are things around me that I've seen like every day, and it's just been annoying, but I was waiting for somebody else to notice that it was annoying and remove it, and it's just going to be me. So it's like, you know what? It's up to me. Out it goes. Just basically, I mean, don't throw out everything, but but it just basically, you're going to see what no longer serves you, and you're going to be like, that's never served me. That maybe served me once, but I don't need that anymore, and it's really dragging me down. Anything that's dragging you down, anything that's like sucking your energy, lose it. So even if it's something you've had with you for years and years and years, just like let it go. So what isn't going to help you at that stage is, we have Sovilo. Sovilo is the rune of the sun. There's going to be a worry that you might not have the energy to tackle all of this, but you're just doing it one at a time. Like, you were patient for years. You can be patient with this. So it's not that hard, because it's going to be very freeing. As you declutter, you're going to have more energy than you've had ever before. So it's the decluttering that's going to give you the energy that you're worried about not having enough of. So that's that line. That's very exciting. Like, that next step after you realize that you can take care of yourself, what else can I do? And you just like keep working on that, and keep basically, it's like that joke, how do you carve a statue of an elephant? You get a rock and you take away everything that doesn't look like an elephant. It was the most mangled version of that joke I've ever told. Anyway, what this is going to lead you to is a real sense of your natural energy and your nature. We have Hagelas, which is the rune of the hailstorm. It has to do with yes, chaos, and also, the uncontrolled uncontrollables. But in this line, in this context, I'm really seeing this as you're starting to see who you are emerging for the first time, probably in years, if not your life. You're starting to see who you are, your nature, your natural energy and natural forces. You as a force of nature in the world is going to start to emerge. And that is very exciting. Card number 4, Tarot of the Magical Forest Tower People. So that is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.